They're filling the room with Pepsi. Call the police. In the top center. And in the left location, our legendary Zerg. Whoa!
Whoa! That is
an orgy of blue right there.
I'm trying to figure out what that is, though. It's like an Ultralisk with vines coming out of it. It's got tentacles.
Tentacle Ultralisks?
Yeah.
Watch out.
It's like an Overlord went down head first and landed on the Ultralisk, and now they're one being. Ooh. Imagine loading units into an Ultralisk. You have like Hydras in the Ultras shooting out from it. That is a deadly unit. And then someone uses the Thor 250mm strike cannons against it, and you lose all that. And you're like, no!
Somebody does neural parasite, and apparently somehow they get the Hydras too. And I'm like, that doesn't make any sense. That's 4 different mines, 5 different mines.
Well, tasteless.
Artosis.
We do have an expand by July. Ryung, on the other hand, looks like he's going to be going with a Reaper opening.
Not a bad idea on this map. Oh, and he doesn't actually know about the Tech Lab add-on. That's interesting. He, like, just barely missed that.
Really?
Yeah, he didn't see it.
You, sir, are correct. As always.
I'm a vampire. What do you want me to do? I've been alive for like 3,000 years. I'm kind of bored.
Now, if you're a vampire, and vampires see in the dark, right? Does that mean that you can see through fog of war? And does that make you a map hacker?
First of all, I think it's cats that can see in the dark. I don't know if vampires actually have that ability.
They do. Otherwise, that's evolutionarily they would have that, I would think.
Maybe.
Think about it for a minute. They are only up at night. Of course,
yeah, but I mean, whenever you see a vampire, he's not sitting around in a dark room. He's in a well-lit room. He's got his candle on.
Yeah, because you have to make vampire movies like that because we're not vampires and we wouldn't be able to see them otherwise.
No, it's just that vampires love scented candles.
Well, who doesn't? They smell nice.
Here we go. The Reaper's in there. He's got to be careful with these. Oh! Can he get this drone? Can he get this drone? He's got to buy time until the Queen can be out.
And there's the Queen. Reaper gonna get out of there. Yeah, that's alright. Reaper is doing some damage. He is being annoying. It's one of his main jobs. He's that guy you totally can't stand from high school. Always asking the teacher questions she already answered.
Yeah.
Also shooting your Zerglings. Hated that when that happened.
It's rough. I remember back when I was in high school, I was challenging kids to play Starcraft. So I realized everybody in my high school sucked.
Oh no, people challenged me and I told them no.
I know, I'm like, listen, I actually don't want to play you. Like, why are you afraid I'm going to beat you? I'm like, no. I don't want to play you because you play BGH.
Yeah. No, I know. They'd be like, oh, we should play. I hear you play all the time.
Like, what I do is I make nothing but cannons and I make carriers, and I'm like, well, you know, I only live once and I don't want to spend
I'm like at home on a use map practicing killing an Ultralisk with a Vulture, and they're like telling me about cannon builds, and I'm like, well, I will never play you. You'll never see me play.
Yeah.
Well, right now we actually have a really cool scenario. July Zerg has made 3 hatches. He's double expanding, which is so awesome.
Despite
so cool.
the Reaper.
Yeah. And we have Ryung making 3 command centers. These guys must be vampires because they're telepathic and know what each other's doing. And look at that.
You know what's
love that move, Tasteless.
I'm still trying to figure out if this is actually something that you can do and get away with. Whoa. Look at that sexy little fort he's got down there.
Yeah, that is one of the coolest forts. It's very much like a pillow fort in the fact that you can get out of it easily.
No girls allowed.
That's right, you won't see a medevac in there.
No.
You won't see a Banshee there either. Neither of them can land. It's over.
I'm still trying to figure out, is it actually safe
to
double expand as Terran?
Well, in this case, it's going to be because
in this case, yes,
what Ryung is doing here is actually just so brilliant. He's gone a very quick siege tanks with siege mode. Now, what it kind of looked like he was doing was a Blue Flame Hellion build, but with the Siege Tanks to Siege mode, you actually can't really attack in here. See, you can pull that away, and simply enough, the Mule will catch on fire because the Siege Tank kills the Zerglings.
Yeah, I saw that the Mule was burning for a second.
That's not an issue, man, because Mules, they don't burn down. No matter how much you hurt one, it doesn't burn down.
They're not flammable.
No, well, they're slightly flammable, but not to the point of destruction. They're like basically the T-1000. You can set it on fire, but will that destroy it? No. You have to actually freeze it or put it in lava. And that's not the same thing.
T-1000, I think, is like one of the greatest villains ever made in a movie.
It is. It's so scary. When it was coming after me, Tasteless, and my mom, it was terrible.
You're John Connor?
Yeah, I am. You got a problem with that?
You're just waiting for Skynet to destroy us all, and then you can go back to saving lives until then you're like, I don't know, man. I mean, I'm just
well, that's why I play so much Starcraft. I have to know the strategies of how to kill robots. That's why I don't play Terran anymore. But I do love to play against Thor builds.
You know the scene that always cracks me up in that movie is where he's like, Arnold Schwarzenegger's going from house to house and be like, Shao Kahn. Shao Kahn. She's like, yes, that's me. And he shoots her.
It's rough, man.
I know why it cracks me up. I'm not as much of a dark person, even if I'm a vampire. Terran, it looks like they might be poking here.
Yeah, just a little tiny poke.
This is a well-timed poke because, see, Terran's expanding again. So Zerg is going to feel like the timing of this should be a 2-base timing push.
Yes.
So he's going to move out.
You're so smart.
Thank you.
You are so smart.
Don't you stop.
Seriously. That is exactly what's going on. He pushes out there, kills the Zergling. July says, okay, is there an attack coming? He's starting to look around with his Zerglings on the map. In the meantime, Ryung is just adding macro. And
he might even do it again here.
Yeah. And this is not a push that we're going to see come to total fruition. And if we do, then July Zerg's going to be probably pretty happy about that, even though Ryung has a lot of units right now and all that jazz.
My bet is Ryung will actually kill the creep out here and then stay there or turn around.
I'm actually a little bit afraid for him right now. This is getting into Dangerland. 34 Lings are on the way. Baneling Speed's about to finish. 10 mutas are hatching. And if all that gets erased suddenly, all these units he has in the middle, he's going to be a sad panda.
But nope, he actually unsieges and goes back home. He's so smart.
Looks like he is going to try a drop, but 12 mutas are making right now. Pretty insane. July Zerg really has a sick economy going. 60 drones to 60 SCVs, though. So a better economy even for Ryung.
If there's one thing that Korean Terrans always have a hard time with, it's this drop timing.
Yes.
They're always willing to drop as the mutas are making. I'm like, well...
Actually, if it's one thing they have a problem with, it's decloaking cloaked units when they're not using them. But this would be second. Here we go, attacking into this turret. Beautiful timing by July Zerg, bringing enough mutas to remove that turret and stop mining momentarily at that base. Some nice harassment going on. Ryung right now does not have Sim just finishing right this moment.
July Zerg about to take a 4th base in the bottom center. We'll get a shot of that soon for you. Turret on the way.
And, well,
not the depot.
That little fort has been destroyed. It was time for bed. The mama mutas put the baby Reaper to bed, destroy his pillow fort. Don't worry. Next game you can make that again, Reaper.
You read him Everybody Poops, that children's book?
It's a good book.
It's a good book. Now, we're sort of going to have to wait for a little bit here, guys, because right now both players are in a macro race. They're both trying to get as many units as possible together before this turns into an all-out slugfest. Terran will probably try to take the 4th base and hold that while he analyzes the situation with the Zerg, because there's actually a lot of different situations the Zerg can be in after the Terran's taken the 4th, and you got to be ready for any of them.
Well, you know, July has taken his 4th. He's got a lot of drones going down there. In fact, he's up to 73 drones. There are 73 SCVs, though, so Ryung is like super staying on top of his economy. And in fact, he's going to want to make a 4th command center soon. He actually has so much money at this point coming in. His income is actually so insane that as he pushes, he needs to expand once, maybe even twice, or it would just be flawed play if he didn't do that. You know, he needs to do that. He's going to mine out suddenly and have all these SCVs and just be like, oh, if you stop this push twice, I lose. So we will see him expanding more in a moment. July Zerg, on the other hand, just finished his infestation pit. His hive starts instantly thereafter. And look at those supplies. 173 for Ryung, 159 for July. Pretty insane macro here from our Terran.
Starport with a reactor about to finish.
Yeah, that
So
command
we have
center.
a lot more medevacs coming out here.
Command center as well. Knowing that he needs to get some more bases up. These bases are going to run dry real quick.
Staple Thor is on the way as well to make those mutas just that much more difficult for them to kind of bank in there and take out siege tanks and everything.
Very true. I mean, Marines are good, but they're a paperclip. You need the Staple Thor to actually hold it all together.
That's exactly what you need. And let's see if Jelizerk's prepared. I mean, Jelizerk really impressed me in that previous game.
Yeah, you know, he has a good number of mutas right now. I'd love to see a little bit more harassment from him, but Ryung has great coverage right now. Look at this. Even moving the Thor and Marines into the main base, thinking that Jelizerk might come out. And July, actually, I'm looking around for where he can harass. There's not a lot of spots, man. There are a few, but they're going to be hard to find, and he really needs to be active looking for them.
Ryung is eager to win this game. He played very, very solidly in that last game and still lost.
Oh my God, Ultralisk Cavern on the way.
Oh, so sexy. You know
As
what?
opposed to a Greater Spire.
The Zerg, and I think this is so smart because if you look at our Zerg, he's actually got so much minerals investing in gas. If he even chops this army size down to half,
he's actually right now, Jelizerk is so smart. He's throwing up a ton of spine crawlers.
He's also upgrading Handsome.
Yeah. That's been upgraded for him. It's so smart, Tasteless, for him to do this.
Oh, drone. Oh, hold on, I thought we have drops too.
Drops all over the place by Ryung. And this is going to be highly annoying for Jelizerk. He has to go deal with this. And in fact, his mutas are stuck out in the middle because Ryung is, look at this, Ryung zoning the mutas out. Beautifully done. Oh my God, that's high level.
Meanwhile, the drones in the hive taking some heavy damage. The mutas coming up to save the day. Oh, there have been too much damage already done here, where the mutas are here to save it.
These are 2-1 mutas, though. They do take out the spawning pool. Big kill right there. The 2-1 Marines doing a good job against those mutas, but not enough. And he is getting Ravens and Raven upgrades, Tasteless. Could we see some Seeker missiles?
Could. Certainly could.
Yeah, man, Seeker missiles are actually really good. We have seen them from time to time recently in the GSL and other places, MLG. And Ryung's army is like at that point where it's so scary.
Nice counter.
Tasteless. In the production tab, we have 10. Count them, 10 Ultralisks on the way.
I think Jelizerk's playing this right. So many people are Broodlord dependent, but actually, I think the way to do it is actually to just get the Ultralisks on this map.
Well, a nice little counterattack going on, but those buildings in the way, and unfortunately for Jelizerk, he had Ultras popping out over here, so he doesn't have his full force together. He has already lost some.
Remember what happened to Ryung last time? Was having that army get isolated after it finished its job on the map, allowing... Oh my God!
Uh-oh, that's exactly not what to do there, but here we go, a flank. Not really doing too much yet, but it looks like Jelizerk will break through here.
More Ultras moving
Oh my
out.
God, that's so many Ultras.
How badass is this?
And Jelizerk says, no!
And goes in there wiping out his opponent's army. Artosis' face, he had like veins coming out of his forehead when he did that. Oh, so good.
And the snake of Marines does make it back, but July does not even care at this point. He is just walking right in, but
has to switch into Marauders, but by then it's going to be okay. He's actually landing mules to stop. Was that actually good?
I think that was him making fun of July, actually. I think he was saying, forget this, July, I win. Which is really weird because
makes no sense.
I don't see this being quite over yet. Or maybe that was him saying I lose. I'm confused because it's actually a lot closer than I think it looks anywhere.
All right. Stuff is just getting torn apart.
Now he does have energy for a Seeker Missile and GG. Well, you know, Ryung was low on minerals, but his supply, as he was landing those mules, was actually the same supply as Jelizerk. Jelizerk only had 3 Ultralisks building.
I thought we might actually see Jelizerk bite the head off a snake when he got on camera there.
Well, Tasteless. Ryung is a very good player, but Jelizerk is showing his prowess. He is showing that he's a champion. He knows how to win games. No matter what anyone says about him.
Jungle right now.
He is.
You never underestimate July. He's been around for so long, and he's somebody who was a champion, sort of faded out, became a champion. This is in StarCraft 1, of course. So
his championships are actually the most spread out in all of StarCraft 1.
What that means is that he's very adaptable. He's able to learn the situation. It's not like he has that one moment in history where suddenly the metagame makes sense to him before the metagame changes again.
That was really well said. His championships are so spread out. In every era, he was winning. There were dips where he was actually, everyone's like, he's bad, he's washed up, because that's what people on the internet do. But
he's over.
Yeah.
His career's
he's washed
over.
up. Why do people like to
get
watch
out,
him?
Man. Why are you drinking in a sports bar at noon by yourself? Stop talking like that. These guys can come back.
Unless it's for Barcraft, because then you're awesome.
Hope you're getting drunk, doing Barcraft, watching GSL. Barcraft, of course, when you get a bunch of buddies together and drink beer.
Cool thing, man.
Everybody finish your drinks. That one guy's there like he was pouring a bottle of vodka. He's like, oh, now I have to kill myself.
I don't know if it's happening tonight. In USA, it's like, isn't it like 5 a.m. or
somewhere
something?
at Tosis, there's a loyal alcoholic.
There's a nerd in his basement at his basement bar.
Yeah.
And he's like, uh-oh. He's been drinking out of the bottle, and Tasis just gave him a command. If Tasis gives you a command while drinking, that's actually law.
He dies that night, and then, like, I'm accused of murdering somebody. Now, we'll be right back in 5 minutes here with more GSL Codex. I'll see you soon.